communication problem, time bound defects. What types of defects we are going to be getting in the software means, most of the extent we are going to be getting the two types of defects in the software. One is a data defect and the next is a what types of defects we are going to be getting? There is a chance of getting most of the extent. One is a data and the next comes to the time. What the data means is nothing but a facts. That means is of a either might be characters that is lowercase or uppercase, numbers, symbols, blank space. When you process all this information, what happens? We are going to get in the data. When you process all these things, we are going to get in the data. Okay. That means, for example, here we are going to be having one application. The application is a US online training. The company is a US, for example. Okay. This company is going to be providing the online training to different students which are going to be staying in different countries. They are going to be providing the training to different students which are going to be staying in different countries. If any of the student wants to take the training from this company base, first of all they need to fill this application. In that application, we are going to be having the student name, course, address, and it's going to be having the phone number, and when the student want to start the session on this date, and finally it's going to be getting the ID, and we are going to be having the submit. Okay. What I told is, if any of the student want to take the training, first of all they are going to be entering the name of the student. What is the name of the student? Is of a comma. What is the course which is selected by the student is? The course which is selected is QA. And the address. This student is from US. And what is the phone number which is entered by the student is? And when the student want to start the session on means, the student is going to be expecting to start the session on May 28, 2014. After that, after entering all this information by the student is going to be clicking the submit, and this data automatically stores into database. This entire data stores into which one? Into database. After storing this data into database, then what happens? The ID, the student ID is going to be generated automatically like 101. Like one more student is going to be trying to take the session from this company, and the name of the student is Mercury, and the student is going to be expecting the course is QA only, and this student is from India, and the phone number which is and when the student is going to be starting the on which date means the student is expecting to start the session on 28th of May 2014, and afterwards again the student is going to click in the, after entering this information, the student is clicking the submit, and this data stores in database, and after storing this data into database, then ID is going to be generated automatically as 102. Okay. Okay, 102. Now at the end of the day, what this company is doing is, the company is going to be opening the database. When they try to open the database, after if the record is 101, the student is expecting the course is QA on which date? May 28th, 14. And when they are trying to open the record of 102, the student is expecting the course on is QA and which date? First is here it's going to be showing as month, day, here, year, but here what happens is going to be showing the day, month, year. Okay, that means this US student is entered the date in month, day, year format. The Indian student is entered the date as day, month, year. Why is happening is, while developing this application, the developer is did a mistake. What is the mistake which is did? In the date column, the developer need to specify that in which format they need to enter the date. Either might be month, day, year, or day, month, year. Why means? I told that this company is providing the training to different students which are going to be staying in different countries. Okay. If they are not specified, each and every country is going to be having its own format. According to their own format, the date is going to be entered. Okay. This is a mistake which you can consider as a, what is a data defect. You can consider as a, which one? Data defect. Yeah. Any questions?
These the data is of two types of students, one from India and one from US, isn't that? And after that, where you're showing this on the left side, so can you just explain me again?
After entering all this information, okay, if you click submit button, this entire data should store into database. That means, for example, if you are creating an account, if you want to create the account, what you are doing? You are going to be entering your first name, username, password like this. After entering all this information, what are you doing? You are going to click in the next step, something or submit. Then what happens? Where this entire data stores, this entire data stores in a database. Okay, like this. Here also in the application, any of the application, what happens? Whatever the data which are given, the data stores into database. Okay. After storing the data into database, then what happens? Here we are going to be getting the ID. Student ID is going to be generated. Okay. Now, when the company is trying to open the database and if they are checking the records, okay, if they are checking the records, when they are checking the 101 record, the date which is entered by this Rama student as month, day, year. And this 1 or 2 record of Mercury student which is entered the date as day, month, year. Why is entering like this? This Mercury student doesn't know in which format they need to enter the date. Either month, day, month, year, okay, month, day, year, or day, year. They doesn't know. Why means? Here the developer did a mistake. What is the mistake? The developer need to specify that in which format they need to enter the date. Okay. If they are not specified, if this company is providing the training to only US means it's okay. if this company is providing the time to other countries means each and every country is going to be having certain format. Is right or not? Okay. The type of mistake, for example, okay, that's not a thing. For example, it can be considered as a data defect, misdefect, data defect. Any questions?
It's fine.
Now, coming to the time. What the time means? See, after storing this entire data, you are clicking the submit. When you click the submit, this data stores into database. After storing the data into database, is going to be taking off more than. Actually, the company is expecting to store this data into database, which should be completed in 1 minute. But is going to be taking more than 1 minute, like 2 or 3 minutes. Is it correct time? No. There is a fair time. Okay. If you are sending some request to the server, how much time it is taking to get the response? If you want to measure, that can be done by using this time. By using the time. Okay. Yeah. Any questions?